This is the Embrace, Elgato's first venture into ergonomic office chairs. Now, full disclaimer, I am an Elgato partner. They did send me out this chair, but they don't get to see this video before it goes live. So, what are my thoughts on the Embrace? Overall, I think it's a great chair. I would like to see a few things done differently in a version 2, but we'll get into that. First off, I'm a streamer, content creator. I spend a lot of time in this room, editing, writing, streaming, all of that stuff. So it's important that you do have a good chair. My previous experience with chairs has been gaming chairs. So there's a very big difference. You don't have the bucket seats that you would have in like a gaming chair. It's not branded with logos everywhere. In fact, I think there's only one logo on this and it's on the optional headrest. So that's my point of comparison because I've never owned another office chair. I've only ever owned gaming chairs. First thing out of the box, you'll realize this thing doesn't come assembled. It comes in quite a large box. That box, really heavy. So just be cautious of that, be aware of that. That whole process probably took me about 15 minutes or so. I was filming it at the same time, so maybe it took me a little bit longer because I was on camera, but hey, instructions are easy to follow and everything comes in eco-friendly packaging, which is really good. That's something that Elgato tend to do with most of their products these days. In terms of basic, how do you review a chair? In terms of basic functionalities, you can sit on it, but you can sit on the box before you've even put it together. So why are you paying upwards of $500 US for this over, say, a gaming chair, right? If you're sitting in your chair for quite a long period of time, an office chair is going to be better than a gaming chair. These are designed to be sat in for work days, whereas a gaming chair you may be in there for a couple of hours at a time. So let's talk about what makes this different to a gaming chair. Well, first off, you've got the mesh backing that allows you to stay cool. It's currently summer in Australia and I've had my little fan blasting most days and it's been really good because I haven't had a sweaty back since I've been sitting in this chair, whereas my old gaming chair I was sweating a lot and it's quite gross. The whole chair itself isn't mesh. The seat itself that you actually sit on is quite a nice foam. It's quite a nice cushion, and it's got something that they're calling it's called a waterfall edge. So it takes the pressure off of your thighs a little bit and makes it easier to sit in for long periods of time. It's also adjustable. You can adjust it forwards and backwards. I find that the back, a little bit of a raised back. So if you find that you're sitting right on that back, you might notice a little bit of a bump coming up. But other than that, the only downside of the chair, this thing attracts fur, hair, anything like that, like nothing else. So if you've got pets, be prepared to get one of those little lint roller things because it gets a lot of hair on it. It's got an adjustable lumbar support. The mechanism to adjust it up and down can be a little stiff at times, but it's one of those ones where it's once you've got it in the right spot for you, it's set and forget. It's good to have, and it's good. So like I said with the seat, there's lots of adjustments. You can adjust the seat forward and back, but you can also adjust the seat up and down. So, well, I think this is the height of it. My legs are currently off the ground, but I'm sure that's it. And then this is as low as it goes. My feet are quite firmly planted. I go for somewhere in the middle. Yeah, about there. You got these things they're calling 4D armrests. They go up, down, in, out, left, right, that sort of thing. You can adjust them to however you want, really. My one little gripe with it is that it's a little too easy to adjust. So I like to push myself up when I'm adjusting how I'm sitting. And when I do that, they shoot forward because all my weight's being pushed forward and they're quite easy to adjust, but a little too easy. So I would like, if they do a version 2 of this chair, for there to be a little lock. Yeah. More adjustments. You can adjust the back and forth so it leans back. It doesn't lock into place. I would love for it to lock into place. I don't know why. That's just something I enjoy. I like setting my chair back and then locking it and then being able to come back up and then go right back to that same position. Now, it does have some locks where you can hear that little click. I set it back and it locks. That is as far back as it goes. Go a little bit further. And it goes even further back, and then you put it all the way down, and it's free. This is as far back as it goes. I like that. I do like that mechanism. I just wish I could lock it. I don't know why. I feel like that's a me thing. you can actually adjust the tension in how much you need to push back in order for it to actually go backwards. Like you can have it really loose, so it, you know, you can kind of like rock in it. You can have it quite tight, so you need to put a bit more pressure to go back. But overall, I think it's a good system. I just wish I could lock it. That's it. I don't know why. It's just a me thing. There's one more thing, the upright position. So this is upright right now. I like to sit here. So you can see there's already a bit of a gap behind me. That is technically the most upright position it goes. And I feel like I'm laying back a little bit, right? So if I put this all the way up to the right, like that's as far back as it goes. And I feel like I'm a little bit further back than I'd like to be. I'd kind of like to be about there. So that's just that's just a me thing. So like, it's just, I wish it was that like 2 to 3 degrees further forward, but you know, ultimately it's a good chair and it's comfortable, and I'm nitpicking. I can't stress that enough. I'm nitpicking here. Now, let's talk about aesthetics. It looks like an office chair. And, you know, so if that's the vibe that you're going for, I'm trying to go for less of a gamery vibe in here that, you know, over the last couple of years. So moving away from a gaming chair was kind of on the tickets for me anyway. And then Elgato came out with this and like, hey, do you want to? I was like, yeah, I was like, I'll take it. I like it. I think it looks good. I think it looks clean, right? It's a nice, just standard looking chair that's comfortable and it's good to sit in for long periods of time. So if that's the aesthetic you're going for, like, I think this is great. I think this will look good in vastly more setups than, say, a gaming chair will. And also the build quality is quite nice. It is made of plastic, so just be aware of that. It's firmly built, I can say that. So now comes to the big question, can I recommend this chair? And that's a hard one for me to answer because I didn't buy this chair. Elgato sent it to me, so I didn't pay that price for it, right? In Australia, it's retailing at $839. I think the cheapest I found it was maybe $670 or something like that, right? It's quite a lot of money, but the equivalent is around the same price as a gaming chair. So that's going to be my comparison point. If I got this instead, would I be satisfied? I think I would be, because this is designed to be sat in for a very long period of time. And I've been using this for over a month now. And I can feel that when I'm streaming, when I'm sitting here for long periods of time, my posture is already getting a little bit better. I'm more comfortable. I'm not getting up and like doing the old man. I'm not doing the old man groan as much when I get out of this chair. My legs still hurt, but that's because I sit cross-legged a lot, and like I shouldn't sit cross-legged. I'm getting old. It's bad. And the things that I've been complaining about, you know, the armrests, the fact that the back isn't like 2 degrees, 3 degrees further forward. That's me nitpicking and me trying to find something that they could improve on, right? And if they fix those little things, I think that would be amazing. And if it's at the same price point, I think it would be bang on, right? For a first attempt at an office chair, to get like 95% of it like right, and then the last 5% comes down to personal preference, like, that's pretty good. I reckon that's pretty good. That's my conclusion. If I got this instead of a gaming chair, would I be satisfied? I think the answer is yes. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. Do you have the Elgato Embrace? What do you think about it? Let me know. Would these little things bother you? The things that I've talked about, would they bother you? Let me know. Do you have questions? Have I missed something? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll do my best to answer them. Anyway, until next time, bye.